Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Riverside County has a new promotional campaign and it's hoping that by hooking into its agricultural past, it can create more new jobs in the future. With us now is someone who knows a lot about it. He's chairman of the Riverside County Board of Supervisors, John Benoit. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So you have this new campaign. It's called the Riverside Agricultural Trail, and it's really not a trail. It's more like part of the superhighway, right?
Well, yeah, it's a virtual trail with signs to direct you as you're on the highway. And the concept was that we have all these great agricultural interests in the Riverside County area. $4.3 billion and 30,000 of our jobs in Riverside County. Yet most folks don't know much more than what they see at the vegetable garden in the market about where it's grown. Or
they don't realize we're growing more than houses. People think that all that's coming up out of the ground is houses around here, but it has a rich past and a possibility of big future.
Oh yeah, and so the idea was not only is that interesting and we should support our agriculture industry, but there's a tourism component too, that it's something new, something interesting to do. So we've created this agricultural trail, and it's available on the web. If you Google Riverside County Ag Trail, and we have the address and all that, you can go back and look at where 100 or more people have said, if you want to come out and see how we put these raisins in boxes and sell them to Japan for $12 a box, or you want to see how we grow the wine in the wine country or the apples in Cherry Valley, here's where you can go and here's our hours, and we have had just a remarkable response from those people who are very interested in allowing people to know how and when and where they could go see this great industry that we have in our county actually work.
It's a great matchup for tourists too, who are looking for things to do in this area. It sounds like you've taken kind of what happens in the wine country. You know, here's the bottle of wine, and this is how it comes to be. You know, the romance and the growth of.
Sure.
Because farming is really no different than that's what making wine is, right?
And wine is agriculture, and they're on the trail, and you can pick out which winery you want to go to on our Ag Trail website.
Okay, so tell us about some of the hot spots along this agricultural trail.
Well, I think that the wine is definitely part of it. In the Temecula Valley, we've now developed a wine country that's, a few years behind, but trying to catch up with Napa. And locally, people have found this is a great alternative to the long drive north. And they've got some great wines, and a lot of them are grown locally there. Again, an industry that maybe people out of the valley don't know about that much yet. And we're hoping to advertise with this.
Okay, so if people check into that, they'll find out about all the different things that they can do. Yep. But let's touch quickly on the film industry. You're also trying to attract the film industry to more of what Riverside County has to offer.
Well, we are. I was asked to come to Toronto for the Toronto Film Festival and met with a lot of industry folks there about what can we do in Riverside County to encourage more filming in our, California's lost the vast majority of the film. We used to be the place in the world to go to produce a film. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of reasons why that's no longer the case, and we've got people going to Canada and Europe. I met with producers who were saying if you could make it just close to the same cost to film in Riverside, where your crew can still get home on the weekend, we would love it. We would love it.
Different pay scale for them too, for the crew.
Absolutely, and the cost of travel, everything. So we're going to try and put together a website, a one-stop shop where you can check out what scenes we have available. We've told that industry says have a very robust listing of where these different, you've got beach, you've got hotels, you've got old neighborhoods. Have a place where you can, if you're a grip and you live in the valley and you want to work, you can register to be there. Have a place where you can get all your permits in one spot. And we're going to try and work out a little break on taxes with the hotels.
And it brings a lot of money to town.
Oh, absolutely. And if we could just capture 5% of what's leaving and do it in Riverside County, where it's cheaper to get a hotel room than LA, and we've got all the beautiful scenery available. So it's an idea that I think has real legs.
It all seems like a natural. John Benoit, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
And thank you for joining us too. I'm Leslie Leyton.